To understand this video, it is necessary to see those I have published previously. During the working state, the brain area where the behaviors and our memories constantly receive the energy signals that conform to the informations captured by the different class of bodily receptor. These are then transferred to the cerebral area where consciousness is manifested. There a part of their energy is engraved there while the other part is transferred back to the zone of behaviors where they activate the segment which contain their previously registered similar ones. Because of this, there follows the phenomenon of recognition, that is to say, the remembrance of their meanings, often unconscious. As information travels this circuit several times, it gradually loses its energy potential because of the resistance that this route presents, until it eventually dissipates. This makes it possible to understand that the same information can be perceived for a few hundredths of a second while its speed of travel in the neuronal environment is 100 meters per second. In this case, its conscious perception should only last a few nanoseconds. As this information is constantly added to it, that is perceived by the different class of receivers, the total of these is perpetually different at each moment. This means that while the individual perceives constantly his environment, he can reflect. This reflection comes from the fact that the information captured can activate the series of others that constitute it. As it is possible to perceive its surroundings and simultaneously to remember something, it means that can be carried out together, an engraving and a reading in the zone of the conscious one. And because this treatment cannot be realized simultaneously in the same zone, as I has previously demonstrated, it follows that the consciousness zone must consist of at least two different brain zones. As in one of these two zones, an engraving occurs, and in the other, a reading. It is understood that they must be connected to each other in a manner similar to the two types of zone of short and long term, which concern the learned. That is to say, the one where the engraving occurs precedes the one in which the reading are performed. In addition to these two areas, it is understood that there cannot be one or more others that perform the same function as one of these two as previously verified. Therefore, and because every average human being can always remember what happened before during the same working state, it follows that the conscious zone is composed of only two memories, each of which is short-term, in which occurs in one the incessant engraving of everything that enters into it during the working state in progress. In the other, not only occurs the engraving of what has been captured during the same working state, but also is next reading. This implies that in this second memory, a true change of function occurs when the conditions necessary for it are fulfilled. This means that the engraving enzyme sometimes stop their activity momentarily to make room for those of the reading enzyme. Next, the two cerebral areas, which constitute the seat of these two memories, I shall be called respectively the first and second memories of the conscious zone. This video is based on my discoveries. The study and demonstration that help to understand them can be found in Le fonctionnement du cerveau, The Functioning of the Brain, published in Amazon.com books.